Okay, we have a dual harness meetings on Friday night, the other being Addington Raceway, of course, which will see the Speckos Junior Drivers Championship. 10 race card, $5.35 the first, $12,500 big gym at Alabar handicap pace. The 3 New Zealand Junior Drivers heats. Quaddie starts 8:33 and part of the terminating Turbo Pick 6 races 4, 5 and 6. All right, the Junior Drivers will hold centre stage, and here is the option 831 for you to select who you think will be the national champion. Zach Butcher, currently second on the premiership, that's the overall. He's a $3 favourite, $3.80 there for Mitchell Kerr, who has some pretty strong drives. Simon McMullen, the same can be said, and I thought possibly the best value might be Simon Lawson. Of course, we have the North versus South. Craig alluding earlier that the Northern team have won the last 2 series. $1.80 for them. The South Island Juniors, if you think they'll take it out, $1.95. So Speckos 2012 New Zealand Junior Drivers Championship, and great to have Speckos involved in the sponsorship. Of course, Ivan McNichol, the man who bred and still part owns Earl of Mott, Craig, the winner of $500,000 across the Tasman, and a winner again on Sunday as part of Redwood Day. So I know the juniors aspire to make this series. It should be another cracking one.
Well, they're up-and-coming young talent, aren't they, Greg? And gee, there's a few of them hit some pretty phenomenal seasons this year, including the captains of both teams, and Matthew Williamson and, of course, Zach Butcher. I think Zach won it back in 2009, Greg, and he's got a pretty good book, a $3 favourite. Thought Mitchell Kerr's got to be a cracking chance. He's at $3.80. He's got, of course, Christian Banner, a horse we're going to look at very shortly. He's got pretty good drives, Mitchell. And Zach's got good drives with Ratlock and, of course, Delightful Blue. So they've got a head-to-head as well between Zach and Matthew Williamson as well. So that's something as well to look forward to.
Yeah, all right. Check those odds out. tab.co.nz. Get involved in those. All right, the first horse we want to highlight for you is the very well-bred Christian Banner. And, well, it's hard to see, of course, because this was the dreaded fog night, and Mark McNamara looking to bring Christian Banner home. But this was first up in a wee while, and a horse with a stack of talent, as we know. And I thought a pretty handy sort of a first-up run.
Go get him from Harry McCleary. The leader is Christian Banner. Franco Envoy, and That's Better with a run. Christian Banner, he was just in front of That's Better, who's giving chase down the middle. It's That's Better getting to the top. Late Harry McCleary to second, but That's Better won it. Beat Harry McCleary and Christian Banner. Fourth, we had Franco Envoy, Nicky's Passion.
So that was a good run, Craig. You'd imagine this horse would derive plenty and should strip much fitter for this race. One that does interest me a little bit is Franco Envoy. I thought a very good drive for Simon Lawson. Luckless last weekend, but is much better than that.
He is, Greg, and he shows good gate speed. Barrier 8, probably going to negate that a little bit, but he will go forward. His run 2 starts ago when running 4th was very good, and of course that was behind That's Better. So, yeah, one you've got to consider, Franco Envoy for Simon Lawson. Christian Banner, as you say, will derive a lot with that run last start. That was his first for a long time, Greg. Comes at a barrier 4. Mitchell Kerr takes the drive. You'd think he'd go forward from the draw. Probably only Woodley Hero inside him would look to get involved early. So I think number 4, Christian Banner, the one to beat. Woodley Hero, David Branch takes the drive. I talked to David this afternoon. He said it's not the worst drive from the inside. He follows a good speed, 1900 suits. If he trailed the right one, certainly one that could pick up points for the North. Number 1, Woodley Hero. Delightful Blue, well, Zach takes the drive. Horse, you've got to drive cold, I feel, Greg. Wouldn't want to get involved early on the speed, but one run at them, she certainly can peel off a pretty quick last 400 metres, the mare by Better's Delight. And as you say, yeah, Franco Envoy hasn't had much luck in his last 2 starts. He's overdue. Simon Lawson really driving well for the N small team at the moment. One you want to put in your first 4s. But Christian Banner from a nice draw, Greg, probably the top pick in what is a very even junior drivers event.